Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here at theAppReviews.com. Today we're going to be unboxing and installing the Honeywell Lyric Wi-Fi thermostat. Quick side note, I picked up the contractor model on Amazon, which saved me about $40, but unless it's purchased from and installed by a licensed installer, you do not get the 5-year warranty. Now it's going to be a little bit yellow in this video because I am downstairs where the lighting is a little different. I don't have my soft boxes down here. So, pardon that. This box says Pro install only. It says that you void the 5-year warranty if you install it yourself, but I don't really care, because getting somebody to install it is probably about the same cost as buying another one. So right here you have the picture of the different screens. When you open it up, you have Welcome to Lyric on the left hand panel, and it says that you can download the Lyric app on your smartphone and it will walk you through the setup. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the Apple App Store right here. We're going to go to let's see, Lyric app. See if that's the right one. There it is. We're going to download that one. And downloading. So what I got in the box is here's the face of the thermostat right here. So that's gonna go onto the back plate, or not the back plate, but the base, which is gonna attach all the wires, which is right here. It has an Energizer Ultimate Lithium battery in it. I guess it is for backup. You have universal. You'll see where to put all the wires in the app. It's going to show you everything based on the wires you have on your pre-existing thermostat, which we'll get to in a minute. You have, I don't know if those are together or not. Okay, so you have your wall anchors and your screws. I'm pretty sure it said somewhere that these screws were self-anchoring, so I may not use those. I do not know. We have the optional wall cover, which if you have a square thermostat or a bigger thermostat on your wall, that will cover up any paint markings or holes from the other one, so you don't have to repair the wall. And then we have the professional install guide, but we don't have time for that. I don't know why I don't know why it says that, because it gives you an app to walk you through the install. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the it just says mount it using the included screws. It doesn't say anything about the wall anchors. I'm pretty sure it said elsewhere that those are self-anchoring screws, so I'm not going to worry about those right away. I'm going to move over to the thermostat and we're going to take that off now. So right here we have the old thermostat. This is the downstairs thermostat. I have one upstairs also, but I'm not going to be doing anything with that. I have turned the power off. I have turned every breaker switch off in the panel that said AC or furnace. As you can see, we have no power on the display here. This one is not battery powered. If it's battery powered, what you're going to want to do is just turn it up or down and see if your AC kicks on to make sure you have the power off. So this one, the way it comes off is you just pull, and the little connections in there. That's the same way the other one's going to work. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to remove these screws, and if your wires want to fall back into the wall, you can wrap them around a pencil to prevent that happening. One thing I forgot to mention is you're going to want to take a picture of the old setup in case you have to put it back on, and you also need to know where the wires go on the new thermostat. Now, while mine, the letters corresponded to the color, that is not always the case. They can also be used for other purposes. The wires aren't color coded as far as the letters go on the thermostat. Okay, so to get the round lyric to come up as the device you want to install, you have to create an account. So I have done that, and it says let's name your thermostat. Yes, yes. It wants me to put in my address for weather stuff. Okay, it's saving the location. Is it on the wall? No. Okay, so it's going to tell you to replace some of the tools you'll need. It says you need a drill. Oh, it says you might need so we're not gonna use that right away. Okay, so we're gonna start installation. Tools you might need. Yes, we already have turned the power off. That was the first step. We've already removed the faceplate on the old thermostat. If you have wire nuts in there, it's not compatible because you have a 120 or 240 volt system. We don't have that. We're going to take a picture. It lets you do it right in the app. Take a picture of that. It says there might be a jumper wire between R and RC. We don't have an RC. So we're going to confirm the wire colors. We have white on white. We have yellow on yellow. Green on G. And red on R. So now it's telling us to disconnect the wires and remove the old wall plate. So I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Okay, so we haven't mounted it to the wall yet. I have all the wires connected. I'm going to put the faceplate on, power it up, make sure everything is working. We had a little problem with the Y plastic tab snapping off here, but the wire is holding in there. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to put the faceplate on, turn the breaker on, make sure everything is working. The blue wire you see up in the top left-hand corner of the set of wires is the C wire, which provides constant power. Not all thermostats use it, so not all units will have it hooked up. You're going to want to make sure you have this wire hooked up on both the furnace end and the thermostat end to provide constant power. It's not required to use the thermostat, but it is required if you want to use this thermostat with HomeKit. If you have extra wires and you don't have a C wire already hooked up, all you need to do is attach one wire to the C terminal on the thermostat and the other end inside your furnace on the screw labeled C on the control board. Okay, you guys can see it is booting up after I turn the breakers back on. The only thing I'm hoping is that my C wire, the blue one you saw in the corner there, is connected on my actual unit, because that wasn't a wire my old thermostat used. And the blue wire is normally your common wire, which is going to give this constant power for Apple HomeKit support. I'm going to let this boot up and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've connected to the Wi-Fi network given to me on the screen right there. And it is configuring the heating and cooling settings. So once that is done, I'll get back to you guys. I wanted to make sure everything was going to get set up right, everything was going to work with the system and all that kind of stuff before I permanently mount it on the wall. So when this is done, I'm going to have to take it off and put the back plate on and then remount it. Okay, so I just tested everything. The heat is working. I'm about to test the cooling. Once the heat turns off. Now, I did set it up wrong. I do not have a heat pump down here. I have gas. So when I set it up as a heat pump, it just turned the fan on. The heat didn't actually come on. So I went outside and checked and verified what I had, and it's gas. So I set it up as gas. Now everything is working fine. So I'm going to test it, get it mounted up on the wall, and then I'll run you through some of the features. Okay, guys, it's been about 45 minutes since I've made a clip. The thermostat is working. It is in battery mode though. The external power from the furnace is not hooked up with the C wire that I said was required for using it with HomeKit. So that's something me and my dad are going to do later on. You've got to open up the furnace and stuff and get all up in there to plug that in. But I have it all wired up here, so we just got to connect the blue wire from here to there, and it will be good to go. But you can use it on battery power and you can control it with the app and stuff like that. It's just not going to let you use Apple HomeKit without the C wire being connected. But this is what I got my dad for his birthday, and I installed it for him. First time ever doing something like that, so I think it turned out pretty good. Got it mounted on the wall. That was there before, that's where the old thermostat was, so we're just going to have to touch up some paint there. But pretty good in my opinion. This has been Kyle with iReviews.com with an unboxing and an install, kind of install of the Honeywell Lyric Round Wi-Fi Smart Thermostat. As always, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe down below, and thanks for watching.